Hello and Happy New Year! Last video on the channel was the non-stop November hatch, and these are technically, well, mainly these guys are the same mons, and that was like 2 months ago, also last year. So here's what we're doing today. We're going to be kind of going over what happened to that hatch, why I dropped off the face of the earth, why the November hatch was uploaded in December, and then I just, again, dropped off the face of the earth, and what I'm going to be doing next. And by next, I mean literally like next video, which should hopefully be in a few days. So, if you can't tell already, there have been several changes. One, the intro you just saw. So, that's a new image, again, still based off of this guy right here. New little thing I threw together, based on my profile picture, which is also a new one I've just thrown together. I say just, that was like a month or so ago. We'll get into that. And is what's replacing, well, and it's replacing my old profile picture, obviously. So, last time you saw these guys, I think that was Botamon, and I can't remember what these guys are. But on this side, we currently have Digi-Hatchin, who's asleep. Wake up, Digi-Hatchin, please. So, Digi-Hatchin. Then on this side, these guys will also be asleep. We have the actual guys from that hatch. So, here's what happened on this side. We did end up getting Razielmon and Durandamon. Then Razielmon died, and I decided to raise the Digi-Hatchin here, and we'll get into why in a minute. And on the right here, yeah, there's Durandamon. Nearly 50 days though. Good combat history. On the left, these are those same mons. These are the November mons. So on the right, obviously, the Doramon line ends in Alphamon. On the left, I went through the Kunemon route, which I believe you saw. That's the last time you saw this guy, he was Kunemon. He evolved to Dromogimon, and then I've obviously got into Giromon, and Giromon can't evolve further. Oh, he is 50 days old. Good job, Giromon. And yeah, as you can imagine, they are adamantly trying to die. But, I mean, I wanted to make sure I kept them alive, at least for this video. So, yeah, they can die now. No, I'm joking. I will let them pass, and then this brick will be going back into storage, because if you can't tell, there's little bits of paint chipping happening. I should really get a case for it. I have a case on order, but I've ordered it with the Digimon Cross Wars VTETs, so that's not getting here for a while. And really, I do kind of just want to keep this one in a box. Like, I'll use it every now and then, and if it gets a little scuffed here and there, it gets scuffed here and there, but I want to protect the paintwork at least a little bit. But also, having both of these running means I have to take both of these to work with me. And at some point through work, I have to quickly wake them up and send them back to sleep. Not ideal. So let's pop those down there. This guy, you saw Botamon last time. Well, he evolved, and I can't quite remember the evolution route. It might have been Gaugamon. Yeah, no, I can't remember. But I can tell you, it ended up in Demon. I remember distinctly I had a Demon, and then he died, and I've hatched out this guy. This is Rise Greymon right now, who is missing his helmet. Let me fix that for you, buddy. Let me throw a new helmet on for you. No. You know, actually, yeah, let's say hi. Let's get close up and say hi. Helmet. There we go. I mean, he has a metal helmet thing already, but now he has a helmet on top of his helmet that added extra protection. So, the new mons. On Christmas Day, I decided I wanted to run the DMOG. This is a little Greymon here, who does need some food, and as you saw by his age, he's 12, he's not evolving. There wasn't really any reason behind running this, I just kind of wanted to run it. I get an urge every now and then to be like, hey, I really want to run the DMOG. And then I have to take it to work and I realise how difficult they are to run sometimes. So, at the same time as hatching this Greymon out, so Botamon, I decided I wanted to run another version 1 on the DM20. So I had 2 Botamon hatches. One went into Agumon, then into Greymon, and then this one I took through Betamon into Seadramon. And I don't think either of them are evolving. Seadramon's fairly old, but he's been asleep a lot. Oh, that's interesting. Actually, okay, the glare's kind of an issue because of how I got this set up. But, Greymon's 12 days old, Seadramon's 9 days old, and they are the same age because I hatched them at the same time. So does that imply that the DM20 doesn't track the time they're asleep as age? Because that's kind of neat if that is true. The next hatch, this guy. There was just a for funsies New Year's hatch. And I was like, I'm going to one-up this. So obviously I hatched this guy out at midnight, New Year's, exactly New Year's. Hey, camera? Camera, please. So yeah, midnight, it's like on the dot New Year's. So like, I timed it so that the very first minute of New Year's Day, New Year's night, whatever, he was born within the first minute of New Year's, like the egg hatched. My challenge to myself, because I was kind of inspired by Alex's run a DM20 every day for the whole year, not a DM20, a DMOG. I want not only to run this IC every day of the year, I want to keep one Digimon alive for the entire year. So normally, for those of you who don't know, when a Digimon gets old, actually Greymon here is the perfect example, because he's in that stage. Camera, please. Camera. Thank you. When a Digimon gets old on most devices, their stats will just drain a bit quicker. And it just gets harder to take care of them until you make enough mistakes that they die. On the DMOG, hunger drains quicker. On the DM20s, and I think most devices, hunger and strength drain quicker. But for the IC, that is not the case. On this thing, they just die. If they can't evolve, and they are old enough, they just die on the spot. There's no, oh, they're gonna die soon. There's no, their stats drain quicker. They just keel over. They're like, well, that's it. I'm the ripe old age of 20 years old. I've lived a full, exhaustive life. I'm going to die now. Which, as much as I can relate, does make things fairly difficult. But there is a workaround, kinda. So, the key part of that was if they can't evolve. These guys can almost always evolve in some way. Right now, he is not set to evolve to anything. That is because he has not got enough battles. I'm pretty sure I need to get that 20 up to a 50, and then he'll be able to evolve to the ultimate level, or mega if you prefer. The other way they can evolve is through items. So there are a few items, like the shiny poop, that can evolve him into Platinum Numamon. The Bancho cap, which evolved into Bancho Leomon. And is there another one? I don't know, it might be those two. No, there's the Oryu Blade, which evolves him into Oryumon. That was it, and I'm pretty sure you can buy that through the shop. Because you got the special, yeah, the Oryu Blade, which is a lot of money. Shiny poop. Oh, you can just buy level reverses. Okay, that's good to know. If I need a level reverse, I can just buy it. And there's tickets to combat thingies. Cool. So, this brings me on to the next point. There are 2 meters in this menu. There's this meter, which is the trust meter, basically. How full that is affects what you'll evolve into. So when it's full, you'll be typical like Geogreymon, Galgamon, and Lilamon route. Lilamon? Sunflowmon. And a bit lower you'll be on your Toy Agumon, Aquilamon, I think Waymon and Demon / Seraphimon route. And then low enough you just won't evolve. The other meter, this one, is for connection battles. So connecting with either these prongs or that infrared. Don't mind the picture of my cat. That's just a funny picture that my friend printed out on a thermal printer and stuck to the side of this. The combat meter, when that is filled up, will award you an item. And sometimes that item can be in this menu. Sometimes that item is a level reverse, which is very useful. Sometimes that is this thing, the Friendship Max, which immediately fills up your trust meter. And sometimes that item can, on a rare occasion, be the Bancho Cap. Now, all of these are important. Obviously the Bancho Cap, the Numa Poop, and the Oryu Blade, they are all extra evolutions. They're all classed as super ultimates or ultra levels. So evolving to them, which you can do from any stage. If I wanted, I could evolve Rise Greymon right here into Oryumon. Or I could take an Agumon and evolve him straight to Bancho Leomon. Obviously that's one way of improving lifespans. Like, if I think they're getting a few days old, getting close to the death day, I can just give them an evolution item, evolve them, and then problem solved for another couple days. The other route, which I'm definitely going to have to use a lot, are the level reverses. So obviously these are a limited item. You feed one to your Digimon, it drops down the stage. So it doesn't always go back to what you were. So Rise Greymon was previously Geo Greymon, but if I feed this to him, he could turn into Galgamon, Geo Greymon, Sunflowmon. I think Aquilamon's an option. Numamon might also be an option. And acquiring them items requires either the connection battles or money to buy from the shop, which would mean these battles. I don't even know how much money I have. How much money do I have? Camera? 3,000 points. So, I think I could afford the grand total of 2 level reverses right now. And also, yeah, evolving to the ultimate stage, I'm going to need to battle him a lot more anyway. So I'll do that later. So that's my goal for this guy. I want to keep this Digimon alive for the whole year. I have once upon a time gotten a Digimon to 99 days old. So I'm going to one-up that. This guy's going to be alive the whole year. It's going to take a lot of battles because for every level reverse I use, I'm going to have to do several battles to either buy a new one or luckily grab one from a connection battle. So, I just disappeared for November and started uploading again in December. Why is that? That is because I got sidetracked just completely. So obviously you've seen the intro to the video, you've seen the new profile picture down there somewhere, and this is a whole new setup. These things are related. Kinda. So the new setup is because I've got an actual camera now. I used to record on this phone right here. This dusty phone with a crack in the screen protector. Yeah. And now I'm recording on my actual computer. Like, my monitor is right up there. And I've got an actual camera. Sorry, I just poked the lens. An actual camera, which conveniently does sit nicely on my little ring light thing that I have. Look, I think I can pick it up and I can show you. Look. See? So yeah, new setup, and I got the camera and stuff because I am actually streaming again. So previously I was sat in a different room where there was lots of noise and things that make streaming somewhat difficult. Now I'm kind of in my own room and actually streaming again. And that's kind of why I started making the new icon. Actually, no, it's not where I started. I made it for funsies and then got carried away entirely. And I was like, hey, this icon could be good for streaming and profile picture, and hey, it'll work on my YouTube channel as well. So that's what happened there. So yeah, I'm now streaming again every Sunday. It's been mostly consistent. I've had, I think, one Sunday off in the past couple months, and that was for a family meetup, and I couldn't really say, oh, actually guys, I'm not going to bother with that. Sorry guys, I can't attend the family meetup, the rare family meetup, because I'm streaming, you know. That's the new setup, and that's why I was just completely gone, dead to the earth throughout November. Although I did upload all the pictures of the hatch to the Discord, so I did take part in the hatch, I just didn't record half of it because I got distracted making things. So, to finish off this video, the Digimon Kiwami. This is flickery as all hell, but I have a fix for this. This is my fix for the screen flicker on this, and for other like content creators, video makers, whatever. This might be useful to you. Reducing the frame rate of your camera from 60 to 30 fixes this. Obviously then you're recording in 30 FPS and it's not exactly great. I know you see a little bit of flicker sometimes, I think, depending on some settings. There might be other ways you can go around fixing it, but if the camera would focus on the thing, it's much, much better. You still see some flickering going on, but I might be able... If I do this, this is going to break everything. Yeah, okay, let's not do that. So, the flickering is much better. And as you can see there, if I scroll over to this, our Airdramon come on, focus. Our Digi-Hatchin finally evolved. So yeah, I beat the wave after wave after wave of Triceramon. I did at one point, funnily enough, I can't remember if I mentioned this in the video. Oh yeah, I've unlocked Area 2. So halfway through Area 1, the Triceramon hell, I accidentally let this thing run out of power, which does reset your progress in an area. You still keep the areas even locked, but if you're halfway through an area, you get sent back to the start. So guess who had the pleasure of fighting through 10,000 Triceramons all over again? So yeah, I fought through the hordes of Triceramon with Airdramon. And yeah, you can actually, if I do that, you can see 10 to 1 Airdramon, Megadramon. I've not actually battled anyone with Megadramon yet, and literally when it happened I was so excited. So I finished the area and instantly, and again same story as before, the evolution meter was completely full, and it had been full for a day or so. The instant I'd finished that area, immediate evolution straight to Megadramon. So I don't think Evo failure is exactly a thing in this. I think it's more, once that bar's full, you're ready to evolve, you just have to meet conditions. And then, should you make too many chem mistakes before you meet the conditions for evolution, then death happens. But yeah, as soon as the evolution happened, I just paused it. I was like, right, saving this for video, I'm pausing it. So that's what we're doing now. We're going to go beat up whatever's in Area 2, because I'm sure Area 2 can't be so much more difficult than Area 1. That's cool, I like that. And is that a vending machine? Is this the beach? Is this the beach with the... or is that a phone booth? Who are we against? Who are we against? Who are we against? We're against Seadramon! Oh, easy. This isn't even a challenge. And I can actually look at this directly without having to tilt it away from the camera because of the setup. Which means I can get a good score like that. Oh, that's a load of damage. That's a lot of damage. And a dodge. Oh, nice. This is beautiful. Easy. Just like that. Just like that. It's that easy. That simple. You know what? Because that was such a quick fight. Whoa. Oh, he's level 1, isn't he? Oh, yeah. We're going for a few fights. And it is nice to be able to show this without this flickery screen. Numamon! Oh, I've got so much like fluff and dust around it. These are always really hard to clean with these little nibby bits. Come on. Oh, I was looking at the screen and not the actual device. So there was a half-second delay there. I don't think it matters. We just did 5 damage with a basic attack. Oh no, I'm so sorry. We do not need to be a perfect level for this stage right now. I could probably be cruising through here with Tentamon, to be honest, let alone like Airdramon or Megadramon. I always have to be careful when I'm talking about Megadramon that I don't accidentally call him Megidramon. Very similar Digimon, relatively similar designs. Like, I like the idea that Megadramon evolves into Megidramon, but also 2 very different Digimon, like entirely. One is a mecha dragon that fires missiles, and the other is a demon dragon that fires death and lava and fire. What was that you just threw at me? Sealamon, did you just throw like a chicken leg at me? What was that? What is that? I can't tell. It's like a chicken leg or a balloon, but I want to believe it's some kind of sea-based thing. There's fish. That's Gomamon's attack. You can't do that. Take bullets. What is Sealamon's attack? I've never actually looked into Sealamon all that much. What is his attack? Does he just like bite you? Does he have like a better marching fishes? I doubt that one. So, as you can already assume, Megadramon is horrendously powerful, and I'm going to be doing what I was doing with this before. Just going through this. Probably not with Megadramon, more with Tentamon. But wow, that's a lot of energy. Oh, I've not even looked at his stats. Oh, I should do that. Training. Yep, those are some stats. They do look big numbers. I can't remember what Tentamon and Edramon's stats were, but those are some big numbers. I think I trained reflexes before. So let's go to... Yeah, let's go all in on attack. So now he's just going to do that. I figure I may as well spend his energy doing something like this. So yeah, he's just going to do that for the next 4 hours. So, before I end off this video, because I already know this is going to be a long video even after editing. The next hatch is in 2 days, I believe. Yes. And that will be basically a colour hatch. So raise anything that's a colour. So a Digimon colour, the Godzilla crossover, the Monster Hunter crossover, or any of the Pendulum colours, including the new... the Seiyu Warriors and the other one. The 2 new Japanese and Chinese themed Pendulum colours. And that is an excellent time for me to bring back the series that I kind of accidentally dropped off about half a year ago. The Pendulum colour hatches. So, on the Pendulum colours, I've got like 1 or 2 more to get on Nature Spirits and a bunch to do on the Metal Empire. So, it's a good excuse to bring those back out again and make a good bit of progress on that, because I am missing Pendulum colours. They're fun to run. With that being said, from all of these Digimon, I'm not going to go through them, because I am now. Because you've got Rise Greymon, you've got Seadramon, you've got Giramon and Alphamon, you've got Greymon, you've got 2 Gravestones there, and you've got Megadramon right there. And of course myself, thank you very, very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video with Pendulum colours, probably. Hopefully. See you then.